The Battle of Badr Hunain is located about 130 kilometers from Medina, Saudi Arabia. About 1,400 years ago, a battle took place in this desert, which is considered one of the world's most history-defining battles. Surprisingly, the number of people who participated in this battle from a military perspective was very small. But the importance of this battle was so great that the day is also mentioned in the Muslim holy book, the Quran, as Al-Furqan, which means the day of decision or judgment. To understand the political, military, and economic importance of this battle for the fledgling Muslim state of Medina, we must first understand why the Battle of Badr was important and how it was named. This war was important in many ways. Perhaps that is why it is considered one of the world's few decisive battles, even though it is not a large war in numerical terms. According to the Cambridge History of Islam, the war had both political and religious implications. The book shows that the important Meccan leaders who died had strong administrative and commercial skills. The defeat of the Meccan warriors, despite their majority, on the one hand reduced their confidence and dignity. On the other hand, the risk of using the trade route of Badr after this battle also decreased. The economy of Mecca was dependent on trade along this route, according to the Cambridge History of Islam. That is, from the Quraysh's perspective, their reputation was severely damaged, and their trade routes in Syria became unsafe. As a result, their importance to other tribes diminished. The people of Mecca suffered in every way in this war. The greatest loss was loss of honor and dignity. The Quraysh held a prominent position in the Arabian Peninsula and were considered the protectors of Arabia. But the defeat of those Meccans at the hands of a small group led the Arabs to a completely new system. According to the Hadith, the news of this defeat spread throughout the region. To avoid the stigma of dishonor, the people of Mecca decided to mourn in silence, without any loud speeches. It was said that no one should commemorate the dead in any poetry. Along with this silent grief, they also had a desire to avenge the defeat of Badr as soon as possible. According to Cambridge, on the other hand, the Battle of Badr boosted the Muslims' self-confidence. Their sense of religion became stronger. They also realized the superiority of themselves and their religion. After this battle, the Muslims emerged as a single force in the region, which made Medina even stronger as a state. This victory even captivated the Jews living in Medina. The Battle of Badr was also very important from a military perspective, because it was the first time that Muslims engaged in war under the leadership of the Prophet. If the Muslims were defeated, Islam would face an existential crisis. It was not impossible that it would even be wiped out from the face of the earth. That is why this day is called the Day of Judgment in the Quran. Ma'arif Islami's analysis says that it was a decisive battle in that it was the first time the Muslims had the opportunity to test their strength on the battlefield. Despite the enemy's vast arsenal and manpower, victory boosted their courage. As a result, people from other tribes in the peninsula also developed respect for the power of Muslims. They developed trust in Muslims.